G'day everyone and welcome to another episode of Automotive Carnage. In today's episode, I've got another bloody Ford. So that's right, we have yet another Ford in our fleet, which is kind of ironic because I really like my Holdens, but for some reason Fords keep showing up on this channel. It's a bit strange. Anyway, this one has the 5.4 litre V8. It's not the Boss engine, it's just a normal 3-valve. Yeah, I know it's actually a truck engine, but that's what Ford Australia decided to put into the luxury cars. Anyway, we're going to pull the driveline out of this because the actual car itself is junk. The person I brought off had it sitting in the yard for quite some time, and they stuffed the transmission by doing too many neutral drops, which create great smoke but are not healthy for the torque converter. Anyway, this thing runs and drives. I'll show you around, and I don't know where I was going there. Okay, so what is it exactly? Well, it is a BA Ford Fairmont Ghia, so quite a nice little luxury pack. As you can see, the previous owner hit a roo with it, as they also stuffed the transmission, doing too many neutral drops. Anyway, there's the party piece, 5.4 litre V8. Again, yeah, it's not the Boss engine, but, you know, I paid $500 for this car, so, hey, that's a cheap V8 in my books. What's going to happen with the rest of the car? Well, it's just a donor. All I want is that engine, the transmission. I'm pretty confident it's just a torque converter that's broken, or possibly the oil pump. Rear suspension components are going to be used in Brittany for our road trip. There's a couple of rose joints and control arms that we need to take out of there. Inside, we're going to try use the seats in another project as well, which will be quite handy. And yeah, we'll sell off anything that's worth reclaiming a bit of money on. So yeah, although the transmission is shot, the engine still runs healthy. So, I know, let's just start up. This thing sounds mint. A bit of cold start action for you. Don't know, crackle and pop like it did. But on this end, it's a little bit ticky on the top, so I might do some engine flush in there when we put it into the new body. But otherwise, it sounds pretty sweet. Okay, so I'm not sure if I've alluded to it enough already, but this car is purely just going to be a donor for its driveline. Now, what do I mean by its new body? Well, I need a new bush car. Starland is coming to the end of its life. I've done just about everything I want to do to that car, so it's time to finish a few little pieces on that, get it running smooth, and then possibly flick it on to the next owner. The new car I want to build will truly be a bush car. There's so many wrecks out in the area where I live, and so many unique and interesting cars. There's XC Falcons, there's VE Valiants, there's heaps of Kingswoods, there's even an HT out here somewhere that's got a real nice body, and I'm going to take one of those bodies and put this driveline into it. So I've gone out, I've sussed a few different options, and I'll take you guys for a drive around the bush in the next episode to see which one we actually end up using. As for today, all we need to do is pull this driveline out and get it to a position where we're able to then just transplant it into the new body. Yes, this is a lot bigger than it sounds, so this may take a few months to finish off. Who knows? Could be done on the weekend. Doubt it. The other part of the build is that I'm going to try and use as many bush parts as I can. I want to avoid using buying brand new stuff, and I want to avoid making custom stuff. Now there's some bits that are unavoidable, like drive shafts. That's going to have to be a custom made item. The ECU I'm going to have to get reprogrammed by a guy in Perth who can remove all the security systems just to make it a lot easier to transplant. But as for everything else, we want to use as much from the bush as we can. So when I say the term bush car, it truly is in essence built from the bush. It's going to be really great. Reclaiming old parts that we've just left to die and to rust out here, and giving them a new home to be used again. So anyway, first things first, we need to pull this out. So I'm going to jack up the rear end, we're going to pull the drive shaft out, we're going to take out any control arms that are still in good condition to go into Brittany for our 5,000 kilometer road trip, assault to the salt. And then we'll jack up the front and we'll start disconnecting everything up here where all the fun bits are. So let's get started. This is going to be awesome. So as you can see, the drive shaft and the mufflers are out. So that's I've cut them off just after the cat. So let's start this up, see what it sounds like. Well, that's a little bit fruitier, isn't it? Okay. Now let's start pulling this out. Yeah, I have no idea where to begin. Alright, there we go. So as far as I'm aware, everything has been disconnected from the engine. So all the electronic cables, all the plumbing, we've cut off the radiator support beam here, give us a bit more room to actually get the engine out. So the only thing that's holding it in there at the moment is the engine mounts on either side and the cross member for the transmission. So now we'll go ahead, we'll put a jack under that transmission, take off the cross member, undo the bolts on the engine mounts, and bring our crane in and hopefully lift her out. As we all know though, the second purpose of a engine crane is to find out the strength of everything that hasn't been detached. So, this is a very big engine. I really do hope we can find a wreck to put it into. It's massive. Okay, let's get an engine crane. Everything is disconnected finally. Also, I think, fingers crossed. Yeah, the engine's just being held in by engine crane at the moment, so let's lift her out. So what I'm trying to do now is disconnect the steering shaft, and hopefully it'll create enough movement that the exhaust can push it out its way. Well, the actual camera died, so we're here now, which is really good. And that is a V8 engine. Come on. Oh, I need to go a bit more. So glad we cut up that radiator support. That's made this drive a lot easier. Just clear it. The front bumper now. Make sure we're not going to hit the roof. No. Come on. This is why I try to do it on level ground. Okay. Have we cleared the car?
Yeah.
And she goes.
Pull a little bit more forward.
Ages over. So there we have it. We've liberated our engine from our donor car. Now we'll pull out the wiring loom, and what else do I need? Any other associated parts to make the engine run. And then, next episode, we're going to go hunting and go find the chassis that this engine is going to go into. See you next time.